Vancouver Resource Investment Conference, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and it's day 2 and we are coming now to the afternoon, and with me here is now Giga Metals, and Mark Jarvis, the CEO of the company, wants to give us an insight for the first time into his terrific company. Welcome, Mike.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. Giga Metals. What is Giga Metals about? Maybe you give us a short overview and then we dive into your lovely projects.
Okay, it is an extremely large, low-grade, open-pitable, nickel and cobalt and sulfide resource.
Okay.
So it's low-grade, but it's huge, it's open-pitable, and some very smart people think that this is a project that's going to get built this market cycle.
Super. And where is it located? Where's the
project?
It's
in north-central British Columbia.
Oh, lovely.
It is east of the Golden Triangle. But we're not in the mountains. We're east of the mountains in rolling foothills terrain. So it's good terrain for building roads, and it's good terrain for open pit mining.
Super. So you have already some parts of the infrastructure out there.
Oh yeah, there's a paved highway running up to the Yukon, in fact, and then we've got a dirt road into the project itself. But again, that dirt road can be easily upgraded to something that can support a mine.
Super, perfect. So let's go to the project. You said, cobalt, nickel. I mean, this is all battery metals. So those are the future metals we need.
That's exactly right.
What looks the project about? What have you done in 2018? What have you drilled? What have you found?
This enormous resource we've got, roughly 900 million tons measured plus indicated, plus another roughly 900 million tons inferred, was defined by 204 drill holes. We drilled another 40 holes last summer, 36 of them infill in the area that we're going to be mining first of all. And so we now have the drilling done that we need to proceed to pre-feasibility and then to feasibility. And we're doing the engineering to take it that way. We're also doing marketing. We can make a beautiful concentrate that's 18% nickel, 1% cobalt, and with deleterious elements, most of them are undetectable. Beautiful, clean concentrate. I just got back from a marketing trip to Tokyo and to Osaka as well, meeting the Japanese trading houses, but also one of the big battery manufacturers, just to introduce them to our project and show them what we can make.
Super. And that's the concentrate they want to have. They are trading actually.
Well, that's what they want.
Yeah.
That's important. And so the idea is, if they will help us fund towards feasibility, then they can have a piece of the marketing rights. So it was first meetings, but I was introduced by Martin Vidra. Martin Vidra was 30 years at Sherritt, and so he sold nickel and cobalt to all these people. He knows them very well. He's now the head of strategy at Cobalt 27.
Ah, I see.
And everything's connected because Cobalt.
I think you did a deal with them, right?
We did. We sold a 2% net smelter return to Cobalt 27 for stock, mostly stock, and $1 million US in cash, but 1.125 million shares of Cobalt 27. And so it's Cobalt 27's interest to help us get into production as soon as we can.
Of course.
And so Martin Vidra joined our board, and he's now introducing me to, all of his contacts. And I have to say, the Japanese are very interested.
Oh, I believe that.
It's a process. Nothing happens tomorrow with the Japanese, but we had very good first meetings.
Okay, super. No, that's perfect. And I mean also you have the Japanese battery manufacturers, car manufacturers. E-mobility is not only, I would say, hypothetical thing. I think this really has started. This is an unstoppable trend, and it requires a lot of metal, right?
That's right. And every battery chemistry that you hear about contains the word nickel.
Yeah, that's right.
And the reason is nickel's got really high energy density. And so, you hear about other types of batteries that are going to replace lithium-ion batteries, but they're all research projects. They're all early stage. They all have problems. And according to the experts, there's at least 20 years before anything can come to commercial production, if then, to compete with lithium-ion batteries. So the big money, the smart money, the battery manufacturers' money, is all going into research about how to raise the amount of nickel in the lithium-ion batteries.
I see.
That's where the real money's being spent.
Okay.
Because if you want your car to go farther on a single charge, you need more nickel in your battery.
Super. Okay, let's come to 2019.
Okay.
Maybe you want to elaborate a little bit. What is the work plan for this year? What do you want to do?
Well, you know, last year we did 40 holes, and that's enough to take us all the way to pre-feasibility and then to feasibility. So right now we're doing engineering work and metallurgy, designed to take us through to pre-feasibility initially, and we're doing environmental work as well.
Okay, yeah, that's always important. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, because if environmentally it's not working, you have a real problem.
Well, you know, on that front, I mean, you know, permitting is politics.
Of course.
I mean, you have to go through all the steps. You have to go through the environmental study.
Stick to rules and regulations.
But at the end of the day, the politicians decide.
Yeah.
So this project is a battery metals project for a green future. We're also doing some funding of CO2 sequestration and silicate tailings. There's 2 lines of inquiry at the University of British Columbia that we're helping to fund.
Oh, I see.
So,
perfect.
So battery metals for a green future, and we're funding CO2 sequestration.
Yeah, super. Wow, perfect.
So,
that's great.
Yeah.
Great to have that.
That's right.
Yeah, fantastic. Can you give us an estimated timeline when this project could be in production? I know it's a forward-looking statement, but just an idea. Do we talk about 2 years, 5 years, 8 years?
I would say that by 2021 to 2022, we could be permitted and have a feasibility report.
Okay.
Call it a 2-year build, so maybe 2023, 2024, somewhere in there, we could actually be in production.
Super, because that would be exactly the time frame when we are really entering, I would say, like 7, 8 million cars per year, easily.
A bull market in nickel as well. I mean, if you look at nickel and you look at the inventory of nickel at the LME and at Shanghai, we had this huge inventory of nickel that's now been drawn down. We've been in a structural deficit for the last 3 years. So more nickel is being consumed than is being produced. When the inventory gets down to about 2 months, which will be sometime this year or next year, that's when things get interesting. Nickel is very volatile. And so when the inventories get down to maybe 2 months supply, watch out, it's going to get interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's right. No, super. Mark, thank you very much. It was a great insight in your company, also onto the markets. I believe you have the right thing, the right vehicle, actually, in front of you here, and you have the right metals, and that's even more important.
And as I say, some very smart people think we get built this cycle.
Yes, exactly.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I mean that Cobalt 27 invested in you, that's also a sign of confidence, I would say.
They're pretty smart.
Yeah, absolutely they are. Super. Thank you very much. All the best. And we see us soon. Latest PDAC, I would say.
Johan, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Mark Jarvis, the CEO of Giga Metals, and you heard it right here in British Columbia, battery metals company, nickel, cobalt. This is exactly what you want to have. Prominent partners like Cobalt 27 have invested already in the company, and believe me, they do a real due diligence, maybe a double due diligence, and so that's a big sign of confidence. So I would say, check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from Vancouver.
Thank you.